We're going to do something fun today. We're going to anodize some titanium jewelry and talk about anodizing titanium and niobium. Coming up next on Body Piercing Basics, episode number 126. So you might want to stick around. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If this is the first one you've ever seen, you might know who this feller is. My name is DaVo. I'm a professional body piercer and have been since 1994. I own and operate the Axiom Body Piercing Studio, located right here in Des Moines, Iowa, inside Skin Kitchen Tattoo. Today's topic is anodizing jewelry. Now, what is anodizing? Anodizing is where we change the color of certain materials. So you get roughly about 22 different colors. You can also get different combinations. Mainly what I'm going to focus on today is the solid colors. To be honest with you, I haven't really played with doing the rainbows and the oil slicks and the polka dot and etc. It takes a different method. It's a little bit more complicated. It takes a little bit more skill. So one of these days when I have free time and some extra jewelry to play with, I'll be happy to post a video about that one. Mainly what we're going to work with today is solid colors. Now, what is that? What is anodizing the jewelry? There are two main materials when it comes to body piercing, and it's basically only these two that we suggest anodizing, and that is implant grade certified biocompatible titanium alloy and niobium. I do not suggest, if you see stuff that says anodized surgical stainless steel or anodized blah, 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 chances are it's either some form of plating or it's a different material altogether. You can anodize other materials, including aluminum, but we're not going to be using those in piercings, though most of the methods we're going to be using, and you're going to see in here, could probably be used for those materials. So, even if you're not doing body piercing or have body piercings or enjoy body piercing, maybe you have a knife that's made out of aluminum and you want to turn it blue. Well, this is the method to do that. Of course, you're going to have to invest in some items. So let's talk about what exactly anodizing is. Basically, it's the material's reaction to oxygen forming a clear oxidized layer on the top of the surface of the material. The anodizing process causes a reaction to go further to produce a thin layer or a thicker layer, depending on how much voltage, that interrupts the light waves. This interruption of the light waves is what creates all these different colors, roughly about 20 to 22, depending on who you talk to and how much you want to break those different color sizes down. This does not alter, change, or coat the material in any way, shape, or form, thus making it very safe and biocompatible. Now, two colors you can't get. That's black and that's red. If you are purchasing jewelry that claims to be black titanium or black niobium or red niobium or red titanium, here's what it is. If you want black, like this t-shirt or the chair, you're not going to get that through anodizing. Niobium, you can get a black charcoal look, but having that solid kind of liquid black, kind of latex look you want, you're not going to get that with either titanium or niobium. And titanium, you can't even get that charcoal look. When you attempt to do it, you get a rough, kind of pewter-ish garbage look that messes up the finish. Now, at least that's what I've gotten so far. Because basically what you do is you burn the surface. That's how you get it with titanium. You just basically char the hell out of it. With these black and red titanium and black and red niobium and stainless steel, usually it's coated, plated, or God knows what, painted, dyed. Chances are it's not going to be a biocompatible or anything that's been tested or certified to be biocompatible. So be very, very leery and very, very cautious of purchasing those items. They're not anodized. It's an entirely different thing. Now let's talk about the bath method. The bath method is probably the most common use. Most better body piercing studios, if they stock a lot of titanium jewelry, probably have the capability of doing this style, and it's probably the most common. To do this, you're of course going to need a anodizer. They're not cheap. It's not something you're going to be able to pick up at, the local box store. Something you have to order. It's a kind of a specialty item. They're not very expensive, but they run a range of the price of about probably $250 to $400, $500, depending on the model. Of course, that's something you're going to need. The other thing you need to do is create the bath itself. Now, to do that, you need an electrolyte solution. And you do this by mixing a phosphorus-free soap. Most commonly used is probably TSP-PF in distilled water. You do not want to use tap water. We never know what minerals and et cetera are in there, and it's usually very impure, which will create less than stellar results. Basically, this mixture is put together and usually set overnight to let it dissolve as much as possible. Shaken a lot, that fun stuff. The next thing is we need to create a negative cathode. Now, the method I use is kind of make a it looks like I don't know what kind of bottle. A Chambord bottle. Anybody know what that is? It's one of my favorite liqueurs, that kind of raspberry. Anyway, basically, or a genie bottle. It's basically just a straight line and then a bulb on the bottom. The reason why I do that is I like to have that cathode be able to bend it, set it in the bottom, and then have that stem stick out so it can easily be attached to the negative lead from the anodizer. The other thing you're going to need is some type of barrier. I double up on this one. I have a plastic screen that sits on the inside against the side to avoid contact from side to side. And then I also use a strainer or sieve that's made of plastic to actually put the jewelry that I'm anodizing in, just to avoid the possibility of taking that positive cathode and coming in contact with the negative cathode and creating all the sparks, fun, and all kinds of bad things. Yeah. Next, basically, you need a positive cathode. By the way, the material of both cathodes can be either stainless steel, usually, something non-corrosive, or titanium. I like titanium for the rod, and stainless steel is very inexpensive, so if you screw up cutting the thing up right, it's like this thin sheet stuff, you just throw it away and get another one. And be creative. You can do stars, you can do squares, you can do diamonds, possibly even horseshoes. Next, you connect the negative lead from the anodizer to the negative cathode. Then you connect the positive one to the positive one. Then you turn on the anodizer. Usually when I turn it off, I turn it all the way down to 0, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I don't want to replace fuses. Next up, you would basically adjust the voltage on the anodizer to your desired effect. Most people suggest, including myself, because you do get better results, you'll start out with a 12 to 14 volt to create kind of this bronze, either light to dark bronze. It's kind of a color to build on. And then slowly, over a period of time, increase the voltage to get different colors. Now, you do this by tapping, because holding the probe against and keeping that circuit going the whole time tends to cause damage to the finish and produces not great results. So it's a tapping thing, as you'll see in the video I'm about to show you. Now that you've seen that and how that's doing, I had fun making it. Basically, I was using a 16-gauge curved barbell post, probably most commonly used for septum piercings. Anyway, after the jewelry is fully anodized, we'll go ahead and rinse that, clean it, make sure that we get all of that electrolyte solution off there. Then, if it's going in a fresh piercing, it will need to be autoclaved because obviously it's probably contaminated at this point. If you're putting in a healed piercing, it might be okay, but it's always best just to be on the safe side. And if your piercer says, sure, I'll autoclave it for you, go ahead and have that done. It's worth the wait if they have one of the larger ones that takes longer, or if they have one of those fancy cartridge ones like we do, it'll take about 10 minutes. So was that fun? Did you enjoy anodizing? Give you some ideas of what to do with that jewelry you were thinking about buying? Well, if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up, share it with other people, and let me know that you liked it. If you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time we post something. If you like merch, you like t-shirts, you like etc., check out our merch store. The link is in the description. The other thing is, comment. If you have something to add to this, maybe you have some methods that you've used in the past or some things that you might suggest or some experience with this type of jewelry, do leave a comment. I generally answer them when I have time. Till next time, here's hoping all your piercing skill with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, I hope to see if your body piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you in this next video.